There comes a moment in your life when you have to make a decision that is both painful and incredibly powerful. You have to stop living as though someone who left is still the center of your story. Not because you never loved him, not because the memories meant nothing, not because you suddenly became cold, but because you finally understand something deeper. Someone can be important to your past without being entitled to your future. And this is where your transformation begins. When someone walks away, your first instinct may be to look backward. You replay conversations, you analyze the last message, you wonder what you could have said differently. You imagine what he might be thinking. You check whether he has noticed your silence. You wonder whether he misses you. But eventually, you have to ask a different question. What happens to my life if I stop waiting for him to change? Because waiting can become a hidden form of attachment. You can say, I'm moving on, while secretly checking whether he has come back. You can say, I don't care anymore, while secretly hoping he sees how well you're doing. You can delete his number while keeping an emotional space reserved for him, and that is not freedom. Freedom is when you no longer need him to regret losing you in order for you to feel valuable. Freedom is when you no longer need an apology to validate your pain. Freedom is when you can remember what happened without allowing what happened to dictate what happens next. You are not here to erase your history. You are here to stop allowing your history to control your identity. There is a difference. You may have loved him deeply. You may have imagined a future together. You may have believed that this was the person who would finally stay. And perhaps that dream didn't survive. But listen carefully. The end of a relationship is not the end of your capacity to love, grow, experience joy, or build something beautiful. Sometimes God closes a door because you are spending too much energy standing in front of it. Sometimes what feels like rejection is actually redirection. Sometimes losing someone is not the punishment you thought it was. Sometimes it is the interruption that saves you from spending years trying to convince someone to give you what should have been freely given. So act like he was never a part of your life. Not by denying that he mattered, but by refusing to let his absence become the definition of who you are. Wake up and return to yourself. Return to your ambitions. Return to your friendships. Return to your health. Return to your creativity. Return to your laughter. Return to the woman you were before you started measuring your worth through his attention. Because somewhere along the way, you may have made his behavior the scoreboard for your value. If he texted, you felt wanted. If he disappeared, you questioned yourself. If he came closer, you felt hopeful. If he pulled away, you felt rejected. And suddenly, your emotional state was being controlled by somebody who wasn't even consistently present. That is too much power to give another human being. You have to take it back. You don't need to become bitter. You don't need to hate him. You don't need to announce that you're done. You don't need to post pictures designed to make him jealous. You don't need to make sure he hears about your new life. Because when you're truly moving forward, you don't need an audience. You simply move. You get up. You rebuild. You become disciplined. You become peaceful. You stop checking. You stop decoding. You stop asking mutual friends about him. You stop imagining what he might be thinking. And you start asking what you are thinking. What do I want? What kind of life do I want? What kind of love do I want? What standards will I never compromise again? What version of myself have I neglected while trying to make this relationship work? Those questions change everything. Because the goal is not to make him wonder where you went. The goal is to become so present in your own life that you no longer care whether he wonders. That is power, and there is something else you need to understand. Missing someone does not mean you should return to them. Loving someone does not mean they are good for you. Having chemistry does not mean you have compatibility. Remembering beautiful moments does not erase painful realities. You can miss somebody and still choose yourself. You can love someone and still walk away. You can forgive someone and still never reopen the door. You can appreciate what the relationship taught you without asking the relationship to teach you the same lesson again. This is emotional maturity. And emotional maturity is not about becoming hard. It is about becoming clear. You stop asking, how do I make him realize what he lost? And you start asking, why did I ever believe that someone else's realization was necessary for me to recognize my own worth? That's the shift. Because if your healing depends on him regretting losing you, then he still controls your healing. If your confidence depends on him coming back, then he still controls your confidence. If your happiness depends on him missing you, then he still occupies your emotional home. But you can evict someone from your life without evicting yourself from your own heart. You can say it happened, it mattered, it hurt. And now I'm choosing to live. Not tomorrow, not when he reaches out, not when he apologizes, not when you finally meet somebody else. Asterisk now. Start living now. Make plans that have nothing to do with him. Create goals that existed before him. Take yourself somewhere you've always wanted to go. Learn something new. Strengthen your body. Read, build, pray, laugh. Reconnect with people who make you feel like yourself. And most importantly, stop making your future dependent on whether somebody from your past decides to return. Because the most dangerous thing you can do is put your life on pause while waiting for someone else's decision. You don't know what tomorrow holds. You don't know whether he will return. You don't know whether he will change. You don't know whether he will ever understand your value. But you do know this, asterisk your life is happening right now. And every day you spend staring at a closed door is another day you aren't noticing the doors opening around you. Maybe this chapter wasn't designed to end with him. Maybe it was designed to end with you becoming stronger. Maybe the relationship wasn't your destination. Maybe it was part of the journey that taught you what you will and will not accept. Maybe the heartbreak wasn't proof that you were unlovable. Maybe it was proof that you finally became unwilling to keep abandoning yourself just to keep someone else. That is a sacred lesson, and once you learn it, don't go backward. Don't return to the version of yourself who begged for clarity. Don't return to the version who over-explained her feelings. Don't return to the version who accepted inconsistency because she was afraid of losing potential. Don't return to the version who thought loving harder could make someone choose her. You are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to say, that was me then. This is me now. And perhaps the most beautiful part of moving forward is this. One day you will wake up and realize you haven't thought about him all morning. Then one day you will realize you went an entire day without checking. Then a week, then a month, and eventually the memory won't disappear, but its power will. You will remember without collapsing. You will hear his name without feeling the need to investigate. You will see something that reminds you of him and simply smile at the person you used to be. And that's when you'll know. You didn't lose yourself. You found yourself again. So act like he was never a part of your life, not because the relationship never mattered, but because asterisk your life matters more than the relationship's ending. Stop trying to rewrite the past. Start writing the next chapter. Stop asking who is coming back. Start becoming who you are becoming. Stop waiting for someone to choose you. Choose yourself so completely that anyone who enters your life has to meet you at the level of love, respect, consistency, and peace you have learned to require. And if someone wants to return, let them return to a woman who no longer needs them. Let them meet someone who has grown, someone who has healed, someone who has standards, someone who doesn't confuse attention with love, someone who doesn't mistake potential for commitment, someone who understands that love is not supposed to require you to abandon yourself. That is the woman you are becoming, and maybe that is the real victory. Not that he misses you, not that he regrets losing you, not that he comes back. The real victory is that, asterisk, you no longer need him to. Because your life was never supposed to end when he left. Your story was never supposed to stop at the moment he walked away. There is still love ahead. There is still purpose ahead. There are still mornings you haven't experienced, places you haven't seen, people you haven't met, dreams you haven't built, and versions of yourself you haven't discovered. So lift your head. Release the need to know what he's doing. Release the fantasy of what he could have been. Release the need for closure from someone who may never provide it. Give yourself the closure. Tell yourself, I loved you, I learned from you, I forgive what I need to forgive, and I release what I can no longer carry. Then walk forward, not to prove anything, not to make anyone jealous, not to make him come running. Walk forward because your future is calling you. And when you finally understand that, you won't have to pretend he was never a part of your life. You'll simply realize that asterisk he was a part of your story, but he was never the whole story. And now, the next chapter belongs to you. Thank you for listening, and remember this. You don't have to become heartless to move on. You only have to become honest about what your heart deserves. Let the past remain where it belongs and step into your future with dignity, faith, purpose, and peace. Your life is still yours, and there is so much more waiting for you. There comes a moment when you have to stop asking why someone left and start asking what you are going to do with the life that remains. Because when you spend all your emotional energy trying to understand the person who walked away, you quietly abandon the person who stayed. You are still here. You still have dreams. You still have a future, and that deserves your attention. The past can become addictive because it gives you something to analyze. You replay conversations, examine his last message, remember the good moments, and imagine different endings. You think, maybe if I had said this instead, or maybe if I had been more patient. But you cannot build a new life while constantly editing an old chapter. At some point, you have to accept that the relationship ended for a reason, even if you never received the explanation you wanted. Closure does not always come from another conversation. Sometimes closure comes from realizing that you have enough information already. His actions showed you what he was willing to give. And that truth can hurt, but it can also liberate you. Your attention is one of the most valuable things you possess. Wherever you place it, you strengthen. If you constantly place it on someone who is absent, you strengthen longing. If you place it on your healing, your purpose, your friendships, your confidence, and your future, you strengthen yourself. So stop asking, how do I get him back? Ask, how do I get myself back? Return to the things you neglected. Return to your goals. Return to your standards. Return to the version of yourself who existed before you started measuring your worth through another person's attention. You don't have to hate him to release him. You don't have to erase the memories. You simply have to stop allowing yesterday to steal today. The moment you reclaim your attention, you begin reclaiming your power. And when your focus moves from what you lost to what you are becoming, something inside you changes. You stop waiting for the past to give you permission to move forward, and you finally give yourself permission to live again. There is a difference between losing a relationship and losing yourself. Too often, when someone walks away, you begin to believe that their departure somehow confirms something negative about you. You start questioning your beauty, your personality, your value, your decisions, and even your ability to be loved. But someone leaving your life does not automatically mean that you were not enough. Sometimes it simply means the relationship could not become what you hoped it would become. You have to learn to separate rejection from identity. He may have rejected the relationship. He may have chosen distance. He may have failed to give you the consistency you needed. But none of those things have the authority to define your worth. You were a whole person before he arrived. You had dreams before he knew your name. You had laughter before he became part of your routine. You had a future before you imagined him inside it. And you are still that person. This is why moving forward is not about pretending you never cared. Pretending is exhausting. You don't need to lie to yourself and say, I never loved him, when you did. You don't need to convince yourself that every memory was meaningless. Some memories can be beautiful and still belong in the past. You can appreciate what someone brought into your life without making them responsible for your future. Maybe he taught you something about love. Maybe he revealed a standard you should never compromise again. Maybe the relationship showed you where you were overgiving, over-explaining, or accepting less than you deserved. Take the lesson, but don't keep carrying the person. Because your life is not supposed to become a monument to someone who left. Your identity must be bigger than your relationship status. Start remembering who you are outside of him. What makes you excited? What makes you curious? What dreams did you postpone? What parts of yourself became quieter while you were trying to keep the relationship alive? Bring those parts back. And understand this. You don't need another person to complete you. You need a life that feels complete enough that love becomes something you share, not something you desperately need in order to feel whole. When you stop trying to recover the relationship and start recovering yourself, your entire perspective changes. You no longer see his absence as proof that something is missing from you. You begin seeing it as space, a space where growth, purpose, peace, and a stronger version of yourself can finally enter. Silence becomes powerful when it is no longer being used as a strategy to get a reaction. There is a huge difference between going quiet because you want him to chase you and going quiet because you have finally decided that your peace is more important than his attention. One is a performance, the other is self-respect. When someone walks away, you may feel tempted to prove that you are fine. You might want to post something that makes you look happier, stronger, or more desirable. You may want him to see that other people want you. You may even hope that your silence will make him wonder where you went. But the moment your actions are designed around his reaction, he is still at the center of your life. Real detachment doesn't need an audience. You don't have to announce that you're moving on. You don't have to explain your silence. You don't have to make him jealous. You don't have to send a final message just so he understands how badly he hurt you. Sometimes the strongest statement is simply changing your behavior. You stop reaching out. You stop checking his social media. You stop asking mutual friends about him. You stop creating imaginary conversations in your head. You stop searching for hidden meanings in every song, post, or coincidence. And most importantly, you stop negotiating with yourself about whether you should contact him one more time. This isn't about punishing him. It is about protecting you. Your silence becomes sacred when it gives your nervous system room to breathe, your mind room to think, and your heart room to recover. You begin hearing your own voice again instead of constantly interpreting someone else's. And there is something deeply powerful about not needing someone to witness your transformation. Let him wonder. Let him misunderstand. Let him believe whatever he wants. Your healing does not require his approval. You don't need him to see you becoming stronger. You don't need him to regret leaving. You don't need him to realize what he lost. Your job is not to create a reaction in him. Your job is to create a reaction within yourself. The moment you realize, I don't need to chase what doesn't choose me, that realization changes everything. Because when silence comes from self-respect, it stops being a manipulation and becomes a boundary. You are no longer withholding yourself to make someone want you. You are simply refusing to keep giving your energy to a situation that keeps taking your peace. The greatest transformation happens when you stop making his return the prize. As long as a part of you is waiting for him to come back, your life remains emotionally connected to a decision that isn't yours to control. You may say you're moving forward, but secretly you're still asking, will he notice? Will he miss me? Will he regret losing me? And that keeps you trapped in the same emotional room, even when the relationship itself is over. You have to build a life where his return becomes irrelevant to your happiness. That doesn't mean you become cold. It means you become fulfilled. Start creating a future that excites you regardless of who is standing beside you. Set goals that require your attention. Strengthen your friendships. Take care of your body. Develop your talents. Read, learn, travel when you can. Pray, create, laugh again. Do the things you postponed while your emotional world revolved around him. Because when you fill your life with purpose, you stop obsessing over absence. You begin to realize that love is supposed to add to your life, not become the entire foundation of it. And this is where your standards become important. Don't build a beautiful life merely to make him jealous. Build it because you deserve to experience your own life fully. Don't become successful so that one day he sees what he missed. Become successful because your potential deserves to be developed. There is a profound difference between becoming better to be noticed and becoming better because you finally noticed yourself. When your happiness is no longer dependent on his attention, you become emotionally free. If he reaches out, you can think clearly instead of reacting from loneliness. If he doesn't, you don't collapse. If he returns, you can ask whether his presence actually fits the life you've built instead of immediately opening the door because you missed him. That is real strength. Your future should not be a waiting room for someone else's decision. Maybe he comes back. Maybe he doesn't. Either way, you keep moving. Because the ultimate victory isn't hearing him say, I made a mistake. The ultimate victory is reaching the point where you can honestly say, whether you made a mistake or not, I didn't make one by choosing myself. Build the life so fully that you don't need someone from your past to validate the beauty of your future. Let your peace become the prize. Let your purpose become the direction. Let your self-respect become the standard. And let your next chapter be so meaningful that you no longer need to look backward to know where you're going. The truth is, acting like he was never a part of your life does not mean pretending you never loved him. It means refusing to let his absence become the identity you carry into your future. You can honor the memories without living inside them. You can appreciate what the relationship taught you without returning to what hurt you. You can miss someone and still choose yourself. Your life does not need his apology, his attention, his regret, or his return to become meaningful again. The moment you stop chasing the past and start investing in the woman you are becoming, your power returns. So let him remain where he belongs in your history, not in control of your future. Walk forward with peace, purpose, dignity, and faith. What is meant for you will never require you to abandon yourself to keep it. Thank you for listening. If these words reached your heart, remember that your healing is not about becoming cold. It is about becoming clear. Choose yourself, protect your peace, and trust that every ending can make room for a beginning far greater than you imagined. Your story is still being written, and the best chapters may be the ones you haven't lived yet.